Alright, what's good, YouTube? It's your boy Incognito, and I'm back with a quick little Eagles video, you feel me? Y'all should already know by now that Philly clinched a playoff berth. Hands down, we in the dance. And, you know, we just gotta wait for this week to shake out, see who our opponent gonna be. And to be honest with you, I really could care less who we play because we got the recipe to go into anyone's stadium and get a dub, okay? So this video is really gonna be geared towards how I feel about our year, what I think is gonna hinder us in the playoffs if we don't get it corrected, and just all around the landscape and what's going on right now. So I'm gonna start off with let's go. All right, they said we couldn't do it, man. They really said we couldn't do it. And I ain't gonna lie to you, after we took that L to the Raiders, I was like, this might be a long shot. We might need to just be looking at evaluating Jalen, see if he can be our quarterback for the future. So, man, we took that L, we took it on the chin, and we never looked back. Honestly, we made adjustments. We started playing to strengths instead of weaknesses, and we just took off. So now look at us, 9-7, going into week 18. I don't know what y'all think. Y'all think we should rest our starters? I really want to know, because my opinion is that I would rather see us play our starters for like a half or so. Just like, you know, a dress rehearsal, kind of like the fourth preseason game or third, whichever one where they run their starters out there for a half or something. I really want us to get into rhythm. And more importantly, I want our wide receivers to get into rhythm. All of them. Because when it come down to it, everybody know first option is Dallas Goedert. Second option is Devontae Smith. After that, we don't really know who's going to show up for us. So, you know, Miles Sanders in the run game, hopefully he's ready to go. Hope and pray he's ready to go, because this past Sunday, our run game wasn't looking like it usually looked. Okay, I'm going to tell you that. And yeah, we was going up against a good Washington defense. So, I mean, that we got to take that for what it's worth. But we still wasn't as dominant as we usually are. So, I'm hoping Miles is ready to go. He got 3 weeks to prepare and ice up, son. Because we need you, babe. We need you, booby. But, yeah, like I was saying, we got the recipe to go into anyone's stadium and catch a dub, okay? Now, the only thing I see wrong with our team right now is the fact that Jonathan Gannon is passive as hell. The man does not take chances. Now, when we get in these playoffs, we cannot have outings like we had against the Raiders and the Bucks and Mahomes, where they was just completing everything, throwing everything across the field, throwing across their body, everything. Just everything was open for them underneath and intermediate for the most part, it seemed like. And we got burned on a couple deep balls, but we really good at limiting those explosive plays. But we give them all that underneath stuff, and that accumulates. They could drive all the way down the field, just like Washington was driving all the way down the field with their last possession. Thank God Ronnie McLeod picked that ball off. Immaculate reception. But, yeah, it was looking scary for us. We all know it was looking scary. So, we have to figure this out. Why is he so passive? Don't say personnel. Because when we get to the playoffs, we got what we got, okay? Now, the players were frustrated when we were losing the way we were early on in the season. Everything underneath, all these completions, warming the quarterback up. In the playoffs, we want to frustrate the quarterback, not let him get comfortable. That comes with blitzing. That comes with disguising. That comes with all those kinds of things to keep him off his square, keep him off the swivel, have him thinking instead of just playing. Once we get him trying to think, we got the rush to get to him. Now, it remains to be seen if Jonathan Gannon will let it hang like that, because I don't think he don't want to put himself out there to get burnt. But me personally, I'd much rather see us being aggressive and getting burned because of it than someone just dinking and dunking all the way down the field, and then, they got their whole playbook open to them. We don't know what to expect. They could run it, they could throw it, they could play action us, they could do whatever they want because we just ain't stopped nothing. And I've seen too many games like that. And I don't care, you can say what you want. Our personnel, good enough to get us to this point. So I believe they good enough for us to ask more of them. We haven't asked more of them to even see if they are up to the task. So we got to figure that out. Now, I know linebacker is, in my opinion, our biggest need on defense as far as the talent aspect. Now, I want to know what y'all think our biggest need on defense is, because our D-line, they get it done. I feel like we could throw an extra body in there, another fresh body. Ryan Kerrigan was a dub. So I would be looking to improve that in the draft. And also, I would say safety. Our safeties are comparable though. Like, I won't talk smack about them because they've been holding it down for us for the most part this year. Keeping everything in front of them and limiting explosive plays, all that. But I say we need to get younger. I would say so, and a little more talent. Just someone else next to Rodney McLeod, because Anthony Harris, he get it done. He decent, but he just like a middle of the pack. All right, I'm trying to get a young buck in here that's exponential. Got exponential talent. But what do y'all think our biggest need on defense is? Y'all could drop that down below because I really do want to know. Because I'm going to make a video in a little bit talking about our draft. Just a little mock draft. I'm not the best at those, but I know what we need. You feel me? Fuck the other 31. I don't give a fuck about that. But, yeah. Also, I want to know who y'all biggest surprise on defense is, because I done had to think about this. I done had some time to think about this, and I would say that our biggest surprise on defense for me personally will have to be, in his little stint, Davion Taylor. And honestly, I know he already in the Pro Bowl and stuff, but Darius Slay, he really did surprise me this year with his play. Like 3 defensive touchdowns, a multiple interception game, because 2020 season, I was looking at him a little funny. Like, bro, I can't even feel your presence out there. So he definitely came to play this year. All right, he definitely did. He got back to his old college swag, number 2, and only good things to say about him up to this point. But yeah, I'll have to go with Darius Slay as my biggest surprise on defense. And if I had to go with someone, a little more unknown, I would say TJ Edwards, of course, because he helped solidify that middle up to this point. He a run stuffer. He make plays in coverage. His coverage could be a little better, but he stepped up for us in a major way this year. Now, it remains to be seen if we can hold it down and just play a decent game against a good quarterback, and we will get our chance to see that very soon. Now, back to week 18. What y'all think about us playing our starters? I think we should play our starters for about a half. Like I said, I want y'all to let me know in the comments what y'all think. I think we should play our starters for a half. Maybe 3/4 for our wide receivers. And Kenny G, probably get him a lot of touches just in case Miles not ready to go. Because I think Kenneth is our next most dynamic running back. Boston Scott, he get the job done. Don't get it fucked up. But he is like, he kind of has a ceiling. I think Kenny G bring a dynamic to the game that they don't bring. Boston is a good pass catcher, just like Kenny G, but Kenny G, I just feel like he's a little more elusive and he's a little more dangerous in space. So, our MVP for the year on defense, this is just a defensive geared conversation today. I want to know who y'all defensive MVP is. Now, my defensive MVP for this year is going to have to be none other than Javon Hargrave. Because I can't even imagine what our season would be looking like as far as our front four if he was not productive in the first 7-8 weeks when he was going crazy. Because if y'all remember at that time, Fletcher Cox wasn't doing jack squat for us. He hadn't even registered more than 2 sacks. And it was just not looking good for him. He came on late, like the vets usually do, kick up. And that's what he did. But up to that point, Josh Sweat wasn't doing all that well. He started off the season good, but then he just like disappeared for a little bit. Derek Barnett, he was, making little splashes, but it wasn't consistent. Javon was the only one consistent. So I just got to give it to him. He held us down early on in the year, started getting double teams, which led to Fletch, getting off a little bit because he can't be blocked by one dude. So, yeah, I'm going to give it to Javon Hargrave, definitely. And, yeah, that's it for this video, for real. I mean, we in the playoffs, man. I know coming into the season, I had aspirations for the playoffs. So I thought we could do this, but I didn't expect us to start the season trying to throw the ball 50 times. So, it was a learning process. We all had to water and fertilize, you feel me? And yeah, so now we in there, ho. And it don't matter who we play, like I said, because we got a run game. We got a run game, which is time of possession. Okay, we can throw the ball when we need to. Jalen can make all the throws. We've seen it. The only thing, his deep ball is a little iffy, but he be making them catchable. They be catchable balls for sure. And we have a defense up to this point as far as statistics go. We're fifth. But I want to see what we looking like against them playoff quarterbacks for real. For real. I don't know. That's where I'm still a little skeptical. I gotta temper my expectations a little bit until I see us fucking wild card weekend, man. Up to that point, I'm gonna be a little nervous. I'm gonna just be a little nervous. I'm gonna see how we come out. We come out blitzing. We come out disguising, trying to confuse motherfuckers, and I'm gonna feel comfortable with any outcome. Straight up. I just need to see us go after it, not sit back and try to let somebody make a mistake. Nah, fuck that. Let's force mistakes, all right? Let's force a mistake. But that's it for now. I'm coming back to y'all with another video tomorrow talking about the NFC playoff picture in a more specific stance, I guess you could say. But that's it for now, all right? Incognito out of here, man. Hit me with the like, follow, know what I mean? We in this bitch. Let's go, Philly. Let's go. All right? Yeah.